Hello everyone, I am Gavali, Department of English, GKG College, Kolhapur. Class BCom 2nd, Semester 3rd. Subject English for Business Communication, Compulsory English. In the module 1st of this semester, we studied the unit oral skills. In that unit, we learn what are the oral skills, spoken communication and written communication. Difference between spoken communication and written communication. Oral presentation, comparing PowerPoint presentation, language of PowerPoint presentation, and interviewing famous persons. Similarly, in this unit, we will try to learn conversation skills. The topic of today's lecture is Conversation Skills, Module 2, Unit 1. So, let us see what are the conversation skills. Language is a means of communication. In a multilingual country like India, English is used as a link language. Conversation is not only a matter of giving and receiving information, but a form of social interaction too. We communicate with others by using various concepts dealing with request, permission, agreement, and disagreement. We use polite language while expressing requests, asking for information, seeking permission, etc. The present unit focuses on conversation skills like self introduction, asking for information, making requests, seeking permission, expressing agreement and disagreement. A learner can achieve these skills through practice. In the earlier lectures of this unit, we learn about introducing yourself, asking for information, and making requests. Now we will see the next point of this lecture, which is complaining. During your conversation with somebody, you also complain of something or somebody. But while making any complaint, you should follow certain etiquettes and manners. Let us see some examples and expressions we should use during complaining. Use indirect language. You should not speak directly or complain directly because you should use indirect language. Keep your voice calm. Use modal verbs. End complaints with a question. Explain why you are upset and angry. The expressions that help us to complain politely but firmly in your daily English are: I am sorry to have to say this, but maybe you forgot to. Excuse me if I am out of line, but perhaps there was a misunderstanding, but I am sorry to say this, but I am really quite upset, angry, and disappointed. There appears to be a problem here. I am sorry, but I would like to make a complaint about How could we end this? Do you have any thoughts on how we could proceed? Is there anything that can be done to improve the situation? Could you help me with these type of expressions you should use during your conversation and complaining? Let us study the brief piece of following conversation between customer and manager. Customer: good morning. I am calling from Lakshmi Book House, Satara. Manager: good morning, sir. It would be a pleasure to help you. Customer: thank you very much for the parcel of books, but I am sorry to inform you that 10 copies have been found completely damaged. Besides, in 20 copies, pages are missing. We are sorry to return these damaged copies. Kindly replace these copies at the earliest. Manager: we regret the inconvenience caused to you. However, we will send 30 new copies of the book by Tej Couriers today. We assure you our best service at all times. Customer: thank you. Manager: you are welcome, sir. So students, we can see in this conversation that a customer is not satisfied with the order received by the manager. On the other hand, manager managed to replace the books which are found in bad condition. So, with the help of polite language and proper communication skills, conversation skills, the problem is solved between the manager and the customer. So, this kind of language and conversation we need to learn for better results. Let us see the next point of this unit: agreement. During the conversation, many times you have to agree and disagree with the views and opinions expressed by the persons. You have to express either agreement or disagreement very skillfully. Let us study how it could be done. There is an expression of judgment or opinion which is involved in agreement. To agree with an unfavorable opinion, you have to support your agreement with an expression of regret. Example: his story was so boring. You can agree with this statement in the following ways. Yes, I am afraid it was. Yes, I have to agree that it was. I must say, I found it so. So, this type of expressions you need to use during your agreement. To respond to favorable circumstances, you can agree enthusiastically. Example: it was an interesting performance, wasn't it? Yes, it was superb, absolutely splendid. Yes, definitely. Yes, quite. Yes, absolutely. These type of sentences or expressions you can use when you are agree enthusiastically. Now, let us see the next point of this unit, which is disagreement. When you contradict what someone else has stated, the effect is often impolite. You have to disagree very politely. So, let us see one example which is given in your textbook, page number 37, the conversation between A and B. A: Japanese is a difficult language to learn. B. I am afraid I disagree with you. Yes, but is not so difficult as Chinese. Do you think so? Actually, I find it quite easy. When you are partially agree to the views expressed, use the following expressions. Example A. Reading books is a good habit. B. Agreed, but some books are very expensive. That's right, but you cannot spare time to read bulky books. So students, this type of sentences you must use during your conversation when you use the agreement or disagreement. In your book, page number 38, 39, you can find several expressions of how to use language politely, about expressing disagreement, interruptions, and several other information which is given in your book. I request all of you to read these expressions to improve your conversation skills. In the next lecture, we will see the next part of it and conclude this lecture of conversation skills. Thank you.